I'm Colin B. Bailey, Director of the Morgan Library and Museum. The Morgan, in collaboration with the Bodleian Libraries, University of Oxford, and the Tolkien Trust, presents Tolkien, Maker of Middle-earth, on view from January 25th to May 12th, 2019. This exhibition celebrates the creative genius of one of the most renowned and admired authors of the 20th century. The Morgan exhibition is your only opportunity in America to see the largest collection ever assembled of J.R.R. Tolkien's original drawings, manuscripts, and maps.
For many of us, the name Tolkien conjures up visions of bucolic hillsides and bloody battles, of little hobbits and beautiful elves and gruesome orcs. Tolkien had an immensely creative and active mind, and this, of course, comes through in the creation of Middle-earth. Tolkien spent his childhood in the countryside near Birmingham, England, where he developed a great love of the natural world. At a very early age, his mother instilled in him a love of language and literature that would have immense impact on his future. Even before he was out of school, he was already creating a fictitious language that would eventually develop into Elvish. While he was in college and even in the trenches of World War I, he was starting to write down the stories that would eventually become his legendarium, the history of the Elves. Drawings depicting a cloaked and hooded figure walking in a shadowy forest, or landscapes of distant, solitary mountains that he produced in his teenage years were so embedded in his imagination that 20 years later, they came out in The Hobbit. What was to be a sequel, another of Bilbo's adventures, quickly developed and became The Lord of the Rings. Manuscript drafts and maps in Tolkien's own hand show how the characters and the narrative developed, while his illustrations, which were never really intended for publication, show his own visual concepts of the Gates of Moria, Sauron's fortress of Barad-dûr, and Galadriel's realm, the Forest of Lothlorien. Tolkien's Middle-earth speaks to so many of us because it is a complete world. It has geography, it has history, it has languages. We are not reading isolated tales, but glimpses of a much richer and interwoven narrative. These rarely seen items in the exhibition reveal how, for Tolkien, the production of textual and visual material went hand in hand in the creation of Middle-earth.